Hello, Cowboys Nation. This is Sean Martin from InsideTheStar.com, here to bring you the third ever episode of the Silver and Blue video blog, right here from Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Cowboys in action at Levi Stadium last night, taking on the 49ers, and I know there was a lot of concerns about who was going to play, who wasn't going to play based on the condition of the turf on their field and running the risk of injuries. We've seen too many injuries to star players so far this preseason. Jordy Nelson going down for the Packers last night, a big blow around the world of the NFL. So, of course, the Cowboys didn't want to take any risks, but yet we did see Tony Romo for the first time in limited action, and we did see Darren McFadden. The thing I'm here to talk about today is mainly Darren McFadden and the entire running back position as a whole, because it's something this team is going to need to figure out. I know that the preseason is about improving your team, and only your team. You're not game planning against the other team. You're not running stuff based on their weaknesses, because frankly, you don't know who they're going to run out there either. The Niners are out there testing guys. We're out there testing guys. It's just a chance to get action against live game reps, and I understand that. And that's why you have Romo out there for such a short period of time, because we know without question he's going to be the quarterback going into Week 1 against the Giants. But you have Romo out there to turn around and hand the ball to Darren McFadden and come off the field, which we don't know if that's how we're going to be using Darren McFadden. I like some of the things they did with McFadden, having some play fakes in the handoffs that we gave him, trying to create space for him, and he didn't really take advantage of it. Didn't have the flashy play that I said that one of these running backs is going to have to make, but he showed some promise playing in his first preseason game, and at least got his legs under him a little bit. All these guys are getting practice reps, are going to get preseason reps, but at some point you need to start figuring out who's going to get the reps when it matters in Week 1 against the Giants. And I still think that this team at the running back position is completely uncertain as to what we're going to be seeing on the field from the running back position. We know last season it was simple. You line up Romo, you line up Murray. All of a sudden, defenses have to respect a running back that's running behind the best offensive line in football, and they also have to respect a quarterback in Tony Romo that can throw to his preferred receivers, Bryant, Williams, Beasley, Witten, just to name a few. Now we don't know what we're going to get. Are we going to have Randall lined up in the same position as Murray, and can he be as good of a pass blocker? I don't think he can. I think the Brandon Weeden interception that we saw was actually caused by a missed block by Randall that put some pressure on Weeden and forced him to throw that ball where he didn't want it to go. But I know a lot of Cowboys fans will get on Weeden. They're not ready to blame Randall for that play just yet. The quarterback position is not what we're worried about. Which running backs are we going to see make this roster out of Joseph Randall, Darren McFadden, and Gus Johnson, and which ones are going to have a role on this team? I think Randall is set with his role as the guy who's going to get the most carries. But can he be on the field to protect Romo? Can he be on the field to be a pass catcher? We don't know these things. We know he can do those things to a certain extent, but we also know Darren McFadden can do those things a lot better. He can catch passes. He can line up in different spots. He can line up in the slot even, throw him a short pass. We know McFadden can do these things when healthy. Can he stay healthy is something that we haven't seen, but he did show good signs last night with just getting his legs under him, being able to play in an NFL game, something that he hasn't done with consistency throughout his career. So moving forward, we need to see more from McFadden. And then the last week, Gus Johnson, the physical style running back, I said that he needed to improve on his yards per carry and kind of be more consistent if he wants to find a spot, because we know he's physical, we know he can pass block probably better than Randall and McFadden, and we know if you need a tough yard near the goal line, he's probably the guy you want to go to. But down near the goal line, you can also use Randall, McFadden, and all these other weapons that the Cowboys have. So if Gus wants to find a way on this team, he needed to show some consistency last night, and I think he did. He ripped off a couple nice runs, and now that just leaves more uncertainty in the Cowboys' backfield. So moving forward, we'll go into Week 3 against the Vikings. Not sure who's going to play yet and who we're going to see doing what, but at some point I'd like to see, sometime soon I should say, this Cowboys backfield get sorted out and what we're going to see from them come the regular season, because if not, you're taking away reps from guys who are going to need it on other sides of the ball. The defense, we know they're going to carry a lot of guys along the defensive line. That's just what Rod Marinelli does. You're going to have Gregory. If he's not an every down player, you have Ben Gardner, some other guys that you're going to have around. This defense is going to carry a lot of players. That's where the most of the depth needs to go. You need depth along the defensive line, secondary, linebacker. Those positions are great to have depth at. Offensive line, we know we're deep there, and we know that's one of the reasons why we win games. Quarterback, some depth. Obviously, there's a big debate between do we want Sowers, Whedon, or Vaughn as the backup. I don't think any of those guys showed enough to prove that they're a number two backup so far yet this preseason. But obviously, we know Romo's the starter when healthy. He has a better chance of being healthy behind that offensive line. We're deep at the wide receiver and tight end position. Running back, we're deep, and we need to know what we're doing at this position. What is the Cowboys' running game going to be, and can they use it to win football games like they did last season? That'll put a wrap on the Silver and Blue video blog, episode 3. Be sure to follow on Twitter at Source Sports New Jersey, at Inside the Star DC, and at Cowboys Nation. I'll be back next week. Go Cowboys!